Hello, Tony from Bonners here, and with me again I've got Steve BArton, who's product specialist for Yamaha Synth in the UK, and he's brought the Montage 7 down to me today, a few months before it's actually available in the UK, and we're making these videos to give you an overview of the different sort of categories of sounds. Hopefully one of our videos is going to appeal to you. So this particular video we're going to concentrate on some of the synth sounds. I want to keep away from all the arpeggiated sounds and drums and bass all going on, because there's plenty of videos on online that you can see with that. I'm looking at it more from a sort of a live player's point of view really, and just the kinds of sounds that you can get from this, and using the what's called the new superknob, and also a bit of what Yamaha are calling motion control or motion sequencer. Steve, do you want to just tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, of course. So this is a new one for Yamaha. So not only have we got the superknob controlling all the parameters at once, which gives us like a next level of expression, but you've also got motion sequencing control, which in very, very simple terms is like automation in a DAW or a VSTI. It's multiple lanes, up to 32 steps, so it's like a little step sequencer for movement. So LFOs, pan, velocity, swing, anything you care to program to it, you can program into this motion control and have it all going automatically while you're playing. So you get much, much more complex sounds, evolving pads, sort of cutting basses that merge and meld as you're playing them. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, that's good.
Very nice.
Nice. Synth pad. Let's have a look at the second page then. So many sounds to choose from.
Oh yeah.
Sweeping poly, that sounds nice. It's ethereal pad. And then the superknobs bring in more breath. Great. Let's try. You had a bank here earlier, which is all motion control.
Oh,
yes. Okay. So I assume then this should give us more kind of soundscape type sounds, is it?
This will give you an idea of what's going on. You can hear the automation of all the bits and pieces. So yeah.
I just want to choose the ones with the biggest names here. Galactic Nucleus.
It's going to be pretty big.
I hope so.
that should stop it at the point.
See, that's moving that faster at some points.
Yes.
Slower at others.
This is my favourite pad.
Go on, you give us a play then.
Oh, this is basically. I mean, I've played this to death, but it's absolutely beautiful because it's got the traditional sort of AWM sort of sounds. And on here you've got on here I'm only modulating the lead sound. I can bring arcs in here.
Very nice.
Very nice sound.
Yeah. So, I mean, that sounded great. People are saying, oh, well, it's not a workstation, you can't record, but you can record on it, can't you?
Yes, you can. You can record. It's got a basic sort of sketchbag song recorder on there, so you can set things like your time signature, your tempo. You can quantize, and you can just go play, record. You can record it as MIDI, or you can plug a USB drive in there and record it as audio as well.
I think, let's face it, a lot of people don't use the inbuilt sequencers on synths to their full potential anyway. Very often they are just a notepad, aren't they?
Exactly. It's just a sketch pad. The way that we've combated that side is by making the integration into your computer much better. So over USB, you've got a 16-channel stereo output on one USB cable, and it can also process 3 stereo tracks back from your computer. So if I had, for example, a dry vocal and a dry drum track on tracks 1 and 2 in Cubase, for example, I could send them back through here, route it through all this lovely processing.
Right.
It's all saving CPU power, so there's no more freezing instrument tracks, all that sort of stuff. Use the power of this because this is what it's meant for. So I could route a dry guitar track through amp modelling or wah effects, etc.
And is that taking it in? Is that through an audio input?
No, it's all via USB.
So it takes the audio via USB.
Via USB.
Processes it, sends it back out again.
Via USB.
Right.
One cable. It does all your MIDI and all your audio at the same time. So 3 stereo in, 16 stereo out, which is
16 stereo out?
Oh yeah, 32 mono if you want. Or 6 mono in.
Right, so everything that you were playing there in this Pearly Gates sound then can all go out on separate audio tracks via USB.
Yeah.
Record into your DAW.
Yes.
Separate tracks.
Yeah, and it'll also record all the MIDI data.
Yeah.
Although it only records it in one track, you can then export it and sort of expand the track once it's in.
Yeah.
But the key thing is, audio, it's brilliant. I mean, you can just do that 16 stereo output means this is now the new hub for my home studio because it can just do so much and also take some of the weight off the computer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Very, very good. Well, let's have a look at some of these other synth sounds then. Oceana pad, let's give it a play. Filter and funky, let's give that a go. Right up the
sound. That's the FM makes it cut
Yes.
through so much.
Well, it's certainly a good sound bank, isn't it? And there are just so many sound. How many presets are there?
Around about 1900 presets, okay?
Right,
And
yeah.
there's also space for just over 2000 user sounds as
And
well.
that's without expanding the memory or anything like that.
Exactly.
That's
It's
just sort of-
already
yeah.
got 1.75 gig of user memory inside for samples.
And is that flash?
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
non-vol as
So
well.
I
That's
can
good.
load WAV files in, and then I can use
Yeah.
them in however I like inside.
Great, okay. Has it got audio input, so can you process anything?
Yeah, you've got a left and right audio input as well, which
Okay.
you can process directly. That's used for vocoding, and also something which is very, very key on here, great for live. It can take a signal from
Yeah.
drum, for example, and it can set this to match the BPM of what's coming in via audio, not MIDI.
Oh, right, so it can take a kick drum
Yep.
input and sync
And it will-
the arpeggiator to it.
Completely. And
Right.
also, what's great, especially for me when I'm playing live, is if I'm going to do something like a nice big pad or some synth
Yeah.
leads, I don't want to stand out too much with the rest of the band, so I can take the audio feed from the drums and I can set that to sidechain, and so every time the kick drum comes in,
Yes.
it will automatically duck what I'm playing. So now it makes me sort of like pump along with the rest of the
Yeah.
band. So very, very useful indeed.
Great, good. Well, thanks very much, Steve.
No problem.
Thanks for showing that to us. So that's a very, very small cross section of the synth sounds that you'll find in the montage. Check out the description of this video for links to our website. You'll find prices, you'll find more information about the montage, and you can pre-order now for delivery May, June time in the UK. We're still waiting for confirmed shipping dates at the moment, but £200 you can pay just to secure yourself in the queue. We'll refund that if you change your mind between now and when the keyboard's shipped, but at least it gets you into the queue. So I'm Tony from Yamaha Music. This is Steve from Yamaha. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.
Thank you.